Hello, I'm the interview. I'm Sam from Corazon State College, here for the interview.
Yeah, my agent told me you'd be coming today. Come in. Apologies for the mess. Still haven't found out what to do with the place yet. You can have a seat over there.
It's a nice place.
Every penny of Once Upon a Murder went into the down payment. Tell me, Sam, what made you decide to be in journalism?
Oh, well, technically I'm undecided between creative lit and journalism. Thought it would be a real good opportunity to meet a real writer.
A real writer. You certainly got their persistence down, I'll tell you that. It was nice to see my agent frustrated for once. Can't have you giving away spoilers now, can I?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's fine. What kind of journalism student would you be if you weren't?
Weren't?
Curious. It's a natural attribute of the job.
Sorry, just nervous.
It's fine. When Once Upon a Murder was first written and a big success, I was really nervous during my first interview. And just remember, at the end of the day, it's just two human beings talking to each other.
We are a little bit different. So my first official question, when did you start writing?
I wrote my first story when I was about 11, 12 years old. Obviously a fictional masterpiece. Ever since then, pen and paper have been my best friends.
Are your ideas random or do they come from elsewhere?
All of my ideas are based on my real life experiences.
But you write murder novels.
I write novels with murder in them.
Isn't that the same thing?
Books with romance novels. There's your answer.
Based on what you said though, you must have a lot of experience with dead people.
Death is a natural part of life.
So your book's main character is a serial killer, but what I'm trying to understand is, how did you become so familiar with such a vile character?
I did research. Anytime a writer begins a new story about an unfamiliar subject, you embed yourself in research. New articles, books, obviously in this case, even interviews with death row inmates.
But wasn't it difficult being in their head while writing it? It doesn't scare you?
I had to get used to being in the mind of a killer. I don't just write about serial killers, you know. I have written other things. In fact, I think it's my best work.
Did you write this before Once Upon a Murder?
I did, but I couldn't get it published. Not a lot of room in the market for another grand story about class conflict.
That must have sucked.
So Doyle had the same issue. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He created the world's most famous detective in Sherlock Holmes. And yet he couldn't enjoy it. All he wanted was to be known for his work in fantasy. Anyways, my agent at the time said it wasn't mainstream enough, that it doesn't have enough of what the world loves. Sex and violence.
So you chose violence.
Well, it chose me.
I read about this online. Your agent Cynthia disappeared 2 years ago? Is that what inspired your novel?
In a way, I wanted to give an answer for her absence.
Why?
It truly disturbed me. It's ironic though. In a way, even in death, my agent proved me right. The world loves violence. Tell me, what are you working on?
I'd really like to finish this.
You're not really here for the interview, are you?
How?
It's elementary, my dear Watson. Every aspiring writer knows who created Sherlock. So, why are you here?
I know what you've done to Cynthia.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I could read between the lines. You killed her. All this stuff about getting into the mind of a killer, you already became one. You took my sister away from me.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I did not kill your sister.
Cynthia's bracelet?
Why'd you have to be so fucking nosy?